Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video, and thanks for watching. Thank you to everybody that's been supporting my channel. Let's get to it, y'all. So I've been checking into some other things that I've been hearing people like talking about. So I ran across this article on Bushwick Wheel, and the article was about him suing his record label. Now, this happened like in the 90s, y'all. It's not nothing that was recent. It was like in the 90s. But he was suing because he said that he was attacked by, people in the record label and things like that. He was also suing because they had him sign a contract that didn't have an end date on it. So he had to sue them in order to get out of the contract because there was no date. They were just going to pretty much own him for the rest of his life. So he had to sue them to get out of that. Now, another thing that caught my eye about this article, and it was something that he said. He said that the way that things are set up with the record label right now is when you sign with them, they have you to sign a life insurance. And that comes with the contract. So you have to make them the beneficiary of the contract. And if something happens to you, they get this money, this certain amount of money. Now, that got me to thinking about these record labels like today. We're in 2021 now. And I'm sure it is like much more even advanced than the 1990s, with the things that they were doing. Look at all the problems that all the other, people went through from record labels, like, doing them in pretty much. So I can just imagine how it is right now. I look back at some of the people that, passed away, and I just found a lot of things odd. When XXX passed, he had just signed a $10 million deal, and then he was killed. King Von had just been out celebrating a release, track, and he had a release party. He died the same night. Then Mo3, he just came from out of town, from doing business deals, and he come back, and the very next day he's dead. Is it something to this, y'all? And if it is, like, I'm thinking, just say if they have an artist and they sign a $10 million deal, and the company takes an insurance out on you. I don't think that they're going to take an insurance out that's going to be the exact amount. It's going to be more. They're going to get something out of it. They're not going to just break even. I don't believe that. So, is this the new Juggle? How you used to back in the days, you flip, you go buy some stuff, you flip it, make you some money, quick flip. Is this the new flip? Is this how the millionaires do it? Is this how they sign people, get a life insurance on them, and they don't care if they live or die, because either way it goes, they're going to get their money back? And if this is what they're doing, it makes sense why they don't care about, like, their artists dying. because they're going to flip their money back so much faster if something happened to them. Now, I was looking at a couple of videos or interviews. They had an interview of Boosie, and he was saying that he get some kind of money out of, Mo3, but it wasn't anything major, I don't believe. So he was getting something from, him doing shows or whatever. Rainwater was getting something out of him doing shows. But who is the main people that, like, this? Is it like the CEOs? I'm really not understanding it. Like, is it the CEOs? Is it the, the people that's over the record labels? Is they the ones that's getting, this big payout if something happens to them? Because right now, a lot of things don't make sense. A lot of things don't add up, that these artists are, soon as they make it, they come up missing. I mean, not missing, but they come up dead. It's not making a lot of sense. But that would make sense for Bushwick Bill to say that. He was saying that the way that it's set up, you are worth more money dead. And for him to say that, which to me would mean that the insurance that they're taking out on, their artists, are much more than they're putting out or paying out. So I wanted to just talk about that a little bit, because this is starting to seem a little sinister. Now, on one hand, you're thinking, could they possibly do something like this? Could they sign an artist and then turn around and send people out to do something to them? Or, on the other hand, are they signing people and then they're pushing for them to beef with other artists, so that the only outcome is, shootouts or death? Could this be the case, y'all? Like, this is really getting, like I said, it's getting a little bit sinister. And if just like Extinction, if he signed the $10 million deal and then he passed, I don't believe they even have to pay out that $10 million to his family, because he didn't put in the work for it. So they end up, if this is the case, and they putting out insurance policies on these kids and stuff, like, they're getting a gigantic payday when something happens to them. It make you wonder if the shoe was on the other foot, because I always thought about when Biggie died and Puff, they was all pushing for him to go, somewhere else that he shouldn't have been going, because he was into it with people there, and so that he can, launch his new music. I wonder if the shoe was on the other foot, and instead of the rappers and everything getting into it with each other, what if they were rapping about the CEOs and all of their family members, things happening to them, and them getting into it with other CEOs or whatever? Would this be something that they would be pushing? All of this hate, all of this division between artists. I just don't see the purpose anymore in making it out here if you become a target. And if this is the case, like, you're not only becoming a target with the people that you are rapping about and getting into it with, but you're becoming a target because you have a price on your head that you don't even know about. I mean, you know about it because you signed the paperwork. but you literally have a price on your head with the company that you're signing with. If you can pass out millions and millions of dollars to give to your artists for, you know, signing them and all of this, why wouldn't you go out of your way to protect them? Especially the ones that's getting into all of these beef, you know, altercations with other rappers, and then the majority of the rappers are in gangs, and it's a lot of back and forth. And why aren't the record labels going out of their way more to protect them? And not only just protect them, to stop all of this beefing, because that's the majority of what's going on right now, and they're dying because of the beefs. But if you're pushing, telling them this is what sell records, for you to have beefs, if you're pushing for them to get into it with each other, and knowing that it's different gangs and you can't go do shows in different places and states and everything because of the beefs that you're getting into it with, how can they make their money off of you if you can't go do shows? And especially right now with the COVID and everything that's going on, is this the new juggle? Instead of juggling, illegal stuff, what is this? What they juggling now? You juggling souls? Because this is really, the more, like I said, the more things that's coming out, it makes you wonder. That's all I'm gonna say. It makes you wonder, like, what is really going on with this whole situation? There are also now cops that's being involved in these shootings. People are wondering, did the cops have anything to do with King Von too? Were they involved? People are wondering now about Mo3. The cops, were they involved in this? People are saying that they have all of these people in high places. Is it more to it than what we're, is we just not even reaching the surface, This thing seems like it's even bigger. People are saying that, someone gave the red light for them to get rid of Mo3. Could this be involved? Could this be something that he was taken out? I don't know, y'all. It's just something to think about. So I wanted to just throw that in here and put something else on your mind about all the things that's coming up right now. And of course, they had inside people. And you had to have somebody on the inside. If it's true, I'm not sure, but if you were to carry a weapon on you because you into it with people, if you were to carry a weapon on you, ask yourself, would you lock it up in the glove department? Would you come out the house and put it in something and lock it up? Or would you come out of the house and it's locked up already and you continue to keep it locked up? It doesn't make any sense to me. It don't. What was you going to say when somebody pull up and, it's time for you to use it? Was you going to say, time out, wait a minute, let me unlock it? Something is just not adding up. It really isn't. And people are They are putting themselves in this by coming at bloggers. You know, I had two females at first, Josie and one of her friends, and now it's a guy that just came to me and was pretty much telling me, you know, leave it alone. Leave it alone. What is going on out here? Is this a scare tactic to just scare people to so they can just be quiet, and every time something like this happens they can just brush it under the rug and people act like it didn't happen? If you keep brushing things under the rug, sooner or later it's going to be your turn. It's going to be somebody in your family's turn that's going to get caught up in some stupidity. If you think about this whole thing that happened on the expressway with Mo3, a lot of more people could have been hurt. It could have been an all-out shootout on the expressway. If we continue to be quiet about things like this, is it going to be something normal that you in your car and you're just going to see things like this all the time? Do it make sense to even have a favorite rap artist or anything like that when any day they can be gone just because of something so dumb and jealousy, really? Because that's what it all seemed like it was about to me, was jealousy. So they didn't mind jumping on the bandwagon to just get rid of him if somebody up higher was even a part of this. I just wanted to talk about that a little bit, put some on y'all mind about, this, because if they're signing contracts and that contract includes life insurance and it includes the record label being the beneficiary, that's deep, y'all. That's serious. Should they even be signing deals? Should they just grind their way up on social media, get them a manager and just start doing shows? Should they just leave this record label crap alone? Because this is deep. Anyway, please like, share, subscribe. I'm still going to be looking into this even a little bit more, because what I'm looking at right now is not good. Anyway, please like, share, subscribe if you like this video, and thank you for watching, y'all. Be safe, y'all.